Hey guys, if you want to make lots of money fast with very little effort, then this is the video for you. These side hustles that I'm about to talk about can get you making upwards of $1,000, $2,000, or even $4,000 extra dollars a month. The first side hustle I want to get into is video editing. You'd be surprised how many content creators are on YouTube or TikTok who edit their own videos but don't really have any skills or experience with editing. Their content is usually amazing, but the quality of their videos usually turn out kinda sloppy or a bit rushed. I mean, content creators have a really huge workload, and they're usually so busy thinking of content, writing the script, and filming that they don't get to spend that much time or effort into editing their videos. This is where you come in. Because they're already monetized and making a ton of money off of YouTube, they'd be more than happy to spend $1,000 or even $1,500 a month for weekly video edits, especially if it can free up their time. You can advertise your video editing on Upwork or Fiverr. Another thing you can do is reach out to TikTok creators who are trying to grow their following or promote their business. You basically become their TikTok media manager and make TikTok videos that are curated to advertise their brand or gain popularity and traction. These people are really happy to pay $400 or even $1,000 a month, depending on the level of growth that they're looking for. Your videos can potentially be gaining them thousands of followers, and this means more business, growth, and money in the long run. The next one is called high-ticket online arbitrage. Using a highly effective arbitrage business model, essentially what you're doing is purchasing items online for a low price and selling them for a higher price. It sounds extremely simple, and that's because it is. People have been sneakily using this business model for years and making thousands upon thousands of dollars. Many of these people take their business to Amazon, which is presently the fastest growing e-commerce website with the highest levels of consumer traffic than any other market in the world. And it may seem like you have a lot of competition, but the number of sellers on Amazon is still vastly lower than the ever-growing demand of Amazon products and home delivery. Right now is the best time to start selling. I highly recommend purchasing a product off of Alibaba, which by the way is globally recognized as a company that sells high quality and durable goods. The items on Alibaba has passed every safety measure and quality control in the United States. It may surprise you to find out that many of the products that you buy on Amazon are actually from Alibaba. So let's say you purchase 100 backpacks from Alibaba for $3 a piece. Customize the color, fit, style, and type of material to match your specific brand, then sell it on Amazon for $30 a backpack. That's a very fair market price, which is still lower than many of your competitors, and yet you can still make a huge profit. Many Amazon businesses start out this way, and once they start pulling a profit of $5,000 a month, they sell their Amazon business for over 6 figures. I know it sounds way too good to be true, but it's absolutely legitimate and completely possible for anyone. Unfortunately, a lot of people lack the motivation to get started, and they're unable to find a product to sell to begin with. So this next one is a bit similar to the previous one, but this one's a lot more local. Facebook Marketplace is getting bigger and bigger. The amount of people getting rid of their high quality wooden furniture just because it's a bit old or unattractive is astronomical. Many of these vintage items on Facebook Marketplace are being listed for extremely cheap or even free. However, the reason they're not being sold is because the seller hasn't made any renovations to the product and generally has not even cleaned it. So to the average person, it's a piece of junk, and people aren't able to see the value. However, I know a few buddies who buy vintage furniture off of Facebook Marketplace, or even get them for free. One of my friends recently got an old dining table for free on Facebook Marketplace. Before he started, it looked like it belonged in the trash. He sanded down the layers of grime, dirt, and old varnish to reveal the beautiful wood color and detailing that was done in the 1800s. Then he put a really nice oil finish. He also had to make a few adjustments with some loose screws. All in all, it took him about 4 hours and he produced a beautiful dining table that he sold on Facebook Marketplace for $800. This next one can get you making more than doctors, engineers, and lawyers combined. Start your own $1 million cleaning service company without even lifting a finger. First, begin by advertising your company and have some clients book cleaning services through your company. Charge $300 for a 2-hour cleaning session. Then hire some workers and pay them $16 an hour. That way you're pocketing all of the profits, and you can use those gains to invest back into your company and continue to grow and hire more employees. One of my colleagues started out her business this way, and now she has expanded so much that she has cleaning employees all over the US. Now, you don't have to do a cleaning service company. It can be lawn services, moving services, or renovation and house detailing services, such as installing flooring or painting the walls. Another topic I want to get into is taking advantage of the housing market and rent out any properties that you might have. This side hustle method is extremely passive, and you can pretty much generate monthly income without even even lifting a finger. I'm really passionate about this one. You do need some startup money, however, to get the ball rolling, and start looking at some houses or Airbnbs on Zillow that are pretty decently priced. Because of the current market, houses are selling fast. If you don't have the startup cash to purchase properties, you can rent out a spare room in your house or even rent out your garage. I know a guy who renovated a section of his basement and is renting it out. The cost of the renovation was covered by the first month's rent. This is a really easy way to make passive income, and I highly recommend that you take advantage of it. Personally, I bought a couple properties that were on foreclosure, and now I'm renting it out. The mortgage is paying itself back, and I'm able to pull a profit as well. This is a great way to not only make some extra cash every month, but to also increase your net worth and build wealth in the long run. If you don't want to go the renting out route, you can always flip houses. I know it sounds tedious and like a lot of work, but the payout is massive. You can walk away with an extra $50K in hand with just a couple months worth of work. Many of these houses are selling for lower than market value because they look hideous, and also people are eager to sell their home and get some of that cash in their hand. So you could potentially purchase a home for $120K, make a few renovations worth $10K, and sell it for $180K. Generally, Zillow will give you a rough estimate of how much the house can resell for, and that number is always significantly higher than what you pay for it. It's pretty much easy money. Additionally, many wealthy investors are looking to purchase these homes and rent them out, so they're more than willing to make the purchase of a property if it looks renovated and in good shape. If passive income is something you're truly interested in, invest in stocks. I'll say this now and 1,000 more times, but investing in the stock market is one of the greatest ways to generate passive income that continues to grow and build over time. If you're not already investing, start immediately. It's kind of a no-brainer. As someone who's made significant gains from the stock market, I want to share some of my tips with you. Firstly, before you start investing, determine your investment capital. You need to know how much money you have to work with. This will allow you to set realistic expectations for your potential earnings. Also, make sure to set a monthly income goal that's achievable based on your investment capital and your risk tolerance. For example, if you have $50K to invest, aiming for a monthly income of $300 may be feasible, but it's important to remember that returns aren't guaranteed in the short term. When looking into stocks, choose stocks that pay you dividends, which is pretty much an allowance you get just by holding on to the stock. That's basically free money. Look for a company that has a history of paying dividends consistently and have a high dividend yield. You can use screening tools provided by your broker or financial websites to identify these stocks. Also, consider high yield ETFs or mutual funds. Exchange traded funds, also known as ETFs, or mutual funds, can provide a diversified portfolio of dividend-paying stocks, which can reduce your overall risk. Look for funds with a high dividend yield and low expense ratio. Generally, expense ratios range from less than 0.1% all the way up to 2%. Generally, lower expense ratios are better for investors because they leave more of the fund's returns to the investor. As such, expense ratios are an important factor to consider when selecting an investment fund. There are many high-yield ETFs available on the market, but it's important to note that higher yields potentially come with greater risk. That being said, don't shy away from them. Just do your research and make sure to have a diversified portfolio of ETFs and stocks to keep you covered. It's important to do your own research and consider your investment goals, risk tolerance, and overall portfolio diversification before investing in any ETFs. All that being said, remember to be disciplined and patient. You're not going to get rich overnight, but it's definitely worth it for building solid long-term wealth. Stick to your investment strategy and avoid making impulsive decisions based on short-term market fluctuations. If you want to know more about ways to generate passive income and side hustles that take very minimal effort, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I make videos about how to grow your wealth and achieve financial freedom, and my videos are for everyone. Like this video and leave a comment down below for more videos like this one. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.